Hey traders, welcome to the really early stream. I've got things going on this evening, so I can't be live long. So just gonna briefly get through the markets and what happened today. Clearly Bitcoin down 0.74%. Dead market. Crypto's dead, dude, right now. One day the animal spirits will return, but for now, I mean, you're talking about an asset that is in a range. That range happens to be the lowest range of the entire bear trend, and you've been stuck inside of that stupid range for 41 days and counting now. And you happen to be adding insult to injury by being in the dead effing middle of that range. So to me, man, enjoy the holidays, get your shopping done, hang out with family and friends, do things, because this market's doing nothing, unfortunately. Now, under the hood though, Bitcoin's maybe doing nothing, but the altcoins are doing stuff. Just maybe not the stuff you agree with or want to see happen, but it needs to happen, and it's gonna happen. You're talking about assets that have just recently, within the past 3 hours, or like on the last 4-hour candle close about 3 hours ago, fresh multi-year lows on select S coins, select beanie babies. Yes, they're worthless. Price is irrelevant to the project that exists on that chain, whatever. Okay, so that's where we are. You start hearing buzzing noises. People are actually working today. I don't know, man. It's been like my entire life, 84 years, and they're getting some renovations done. So I'm happy about that. But okay, that's your Bitcoin daily engulfing candle yesterday. It's kind of still active, I guess, still a valid engulfing, but just no follow through yet. 16.2, below that's probably 14K. That's your update on Bitcoin, and then we'll go to Ethereum. Engulfing candle, but unfortunately the engulfing candle has just given you a formal back test of 1223, which is a dead cat bounce from 2018, right here. There it is. January 29th, 2018. It was resistance back then. It is now being regarded as resistance once more. So though you have the engulfing candle, you're not really doing bullish stuff if you care about historical levels from history that were resistances, and that same level's being resistance again now. So I just like, yeah, man, you hadn't made lower lows yet. Yeah, you engulfed yesterday. That's great, but you're not doing anything bullish yet. Now you break above 1223 tomorrow, the next few days, you start breaking above 1260, you start breaking the supply line, you start taking out the previous highs, we'll talk. But until that happens, it's just awful, just terrible, dude. Long established downtrend, going back over a year ago now. Okay, that's Ethereum. Great. Stuck in the dead effing middle of its trading range between 1,070 and 1,350. All right, let's move on to BNB. Down 1.83%. You know, it's been just whipsawing like crazy in price past few days after a very dramatic markdown that took you to $220 and a rally off of that 220, which happens to be the level. This is the below. This is def. Below 220, below 200 is $40 in time. So yeah, nice reaction. You figure, isn't that how we talked about supports, resistances, horizontal line levels? Oh, okay. Since in history, this has been where massive reactions have occurred. That means this, any time you test it, there could be the same type of reaction. And you got one. There were limit buys set up because there was a consensus area for multiple people, not just one person, multiple people to set those limit buys. Got it. But what I'm thinking is, no matter what happens off this reaction, I think we're going to make a lower high than 318. And then we're going to roll over, and we're going to test 220 again, and eventually you're just going to get that absorption of remaining demand. And when it's all absorbed, there's no more demand, only lots of supply. And there's, guess what, no more consensus area for multiple market participants to set up limit buys until $40. And I hope they defend it, man, for the sake of all crypto. I hope they do. That's BNB. So those are your big three cryptos. We can go to XRP real quick. That again, you know, it's just like sitting at 32 cents. closer to the bottom of its own little trading range than the others, except, I mean, BNB broke it, but I'm talking about Ethereum and Bitcoin. Yeah, you're sitting at a potential type 2 level. I mean, 886. If the market turned around, it could be exactly where reversal happens, but I'm not holding my breath. Not holding my breath. Hey, man, remember XRP in May? Effing May. You understand it's about to be Christmas time, right? It's the same price. Screw this market. I mean, that is dead as... But, you know, it can get worse. If you want it to be worse, it can be. Hey, man, remember back in February of 2020? Remember back in August of 2018 when XRP was the exact same price it is now? Just awful, dude. Awful. So let's see if the harmonic plays out. If we get a type 2 return or not. And that's it. That's where you're at. Hey, you know, like, we can look at this. All right, maybe. We'll see. This is starting to get to hopium levels. Below the 200-day moving average again. Oh, boy. Here we go again. Never want to be below the 200-day moving average. All right. Well, here in the bottom left of your screen is the XRP chart on the 60-minute. At the bottom of the range, 32 cents. Top of the range, 39.6 cents. Okay. Top left, Bitcoin. Top right, Ethereum. Dead effing middle. Get some eggnog, dude. Get some eggnog and get off the crypto charts. For now, right? For at least a few days. VIX is dead. That makes sense, right? Holiday season. What kind of big moves are we going to see? We're not. We're not seeing big moves. Okay, that's the quad screen. And then if you want to, we can look at total market cap. Total. Do you like totals?
I like turtles.
There's bears out here.
Okay, here it is. You're still above 761, 763 with the engulfing candle still active. There it is. Here's one low, June of 2022 this year, and then the previous cycle top from January 2018. You're above it, man. For now. Have your alert set up below 761 billion, because when you hear the beep, you know what's happening. Okay. That's your update on the big cryptos. We can look at Dogecoin real quick, I guess, because it's you know, one of your largest, and it's just not. I mean, it's sitting at that same low from November 9th and November 21st, but no one's really buying here. It's at the 200-day moving average. You are in the bearish control zone. You could try to argue about bullish divergence here. I just don't like the way the RSI is. Get above 40 again. It's just tough, man, having any sort of bullish bias right now. Really tough. There's just not enough people. There's not enough money in the system anymore for significant moves that stick around, right? Oh my God, we got some pumps because Elon farted and there was a tweet. Wow. And that was it. Your attempted rally, old resistance, support became resistance. Okay, go figure. And then you rolled over, and here we are back at the same level we were 6 weeks ago. That's your Doge. Then we go to Matic, that we knew didn't really look that great. Still doesn't look great. Thinking probably if you're not at the bottom or top, but you're thinking after this failed attempt to break the top of the range, you may be seeing the bottom again, and that's 69 to 72 cents. I don't like the RSI. It's at 38.8. That's in the bearish control zone. Below the 200-day moving average. That's not really good. Someone will try to argue bullish divergence. I think it maybe is a little too early to say that. I really just, it very well could be just Wyckoff distribution going on right now. Okay, that's it for Matic. It's like these, right? I mean, I'm looking at these assets every day. We're getting like the data, the new pieces of data. Each candle is almost nothing. So I'm like going live every day, like hitting my head against the wall. Hitting my head against the wall. And we're just looking at, you know, the same assets, but we're looking at them, covering them, because there used to be a time when they would do stuff, but they just don't do anything anymore because the market's dead. For now, it'll turn around one day. Always does, always will. So Matic, and then Dot was one of those that made fresh lows, multi-year lows about 3 hours ago. In less than 1 hour, you'll have a bearish engulfing candle confirmed. You're not oversold. Oh man, you're 30.7, so about to get oversold again. And I think, you know, you'll probably test a low at, I mean, 359 is the hard target. I don't know how long it's going to take to get there, but it's working on it. It's getting there faster than others are getting there, right? And the sound drop, are we good on sound audio levels? Just making sure here. Chat as dead as this effing market. Yeah, so there were others that made those fresh lows. Algo was one. What a joke. What a joke, man. I hear Private Winds was bullish at 22 cents. And here you are. You are now approaching the target. We've had this target forever, man. I mean, it's been over a month, 5+ weeks. The target's been 16.69 cents. Guess what? You're about to test it. You're about to have a bearish engulfing candle on the daily. It's about to be the lowest daily candle close. Lowest daily candle close since April of 2020. 2.5-year lows on this S coin. Get it? Get how it doesn't matter what it does. Doesn't matter what you believe. Oh, I believe in the team. I believe in the system. I believe in Algorand. It's like, well, go ahead and hold and lose all your money. Like, no one cares. If you don't respect supports, resistances on these charts, and you like actually believe in the project, okay, be the bleeding heart. Have the moral superiority over the people that care about levels, inflection points. Because you'll be poor. And think about it. You don't respect 27, 28 cents, but you believe in the project of Algorand. Well, guess what, dude? Your position lost 38% of its value in 31 days. Hey man, it's your money. Okay, so Algo is one. There were others. I don't know. We can just let's go to the S&P. It's gonna be a really short stream. 5 people watching. What am I doing with my life now? Yeah, you had a gap up that's gonna fill. Okay, the Morningstar caught follow through, I guess, but dang, dude, that gap is just stupid. It's just a stupid gap. Like, I would have felt way better if you just opened right around where you closed yesterday. Instead, you gapped up, and you know these gaps, man, these everyday gaps fill so fast all the time normally. So I think whatever happens on a rally off this is going to make a lower high than the previous highs and roll over later. But okay, man, dead market right now. Sorry, after 5 days of selling, sometimes the selling stops. Dow Jones, another, like a gap up. Like, why? Why gap up, dude? Oh, wait, because the market's dead. Because it takes such little money and capital to move these markets that gaps are going to be happening more frequently. But those gaps are going to fill. I think it'll attempt to rally. Probably not going to take out the previous highs, but we'll see. NASDAQ, same thing. A little gap up. It happened at a level, though. It happened at an inflection point right here. Look at that. I mean, buyers defended the September 21st, 2020 swing low. They defended it, man. Is this a bull market? Not quite. 1.54% up. Great. Dang, Martin, man. Let's go, dudes. Dang, man.
Martin Misagi tipped $100. Hey Mitch. Been your annual patron supporter for 3 years now. Your channel is one of the reasons that keeps me going every day. Much love.
Dang, man. This is your message meant more than the money right there, dude. Well, thank you so much for being such a long-time supporter of this community and this channel. And I couldn't do it without y'all, right? We know that because it's crowdsourced. There's no sponsors. You're the sponsor. The viewers, members of the community, y'all sponsor this. Y'all own me. Nothing else, right? No entity. So thank you so much, man. Big time. All right, having the chat. Even though I know it's hard, man. People don't know what hype is anymore. Hype is dead. They should make a poem out of it or something. So the IWM buyers have defended the September 2018 peak. They did it, man. You broke it, you back tested it, then just a stupid illiquid gap up, and it's like, great, man. Cool. That's what you should expect. Stupid gap ups, gap downs. The market's dead, dude. Right now. I mean, Christmas time, holidays, this is some of the worst times for market participants. We want to see big moves and all that. Yeah, not a good time. So the gap will probably fill sooner rather than later on all these index funds. So it could be as soon as tomorrow. Okay, those are the index funds. Gold. So gold. You know, after such a huge day yesterday, remember the highest daily candle close since June 29th. Just hanging out. The buyers that bought yesterday still involved. You think maybe a back test of 1800 could be good, but the longer you stay above 1800, the higher the chances you're going to see 1900, because there's just very little price action between those two levels. So I think, man, it's just, you're really not at, even if it rallies to higher prices, it's still not at like the formulas level, right? The formula of we look for entries on, right, divergence, back test of springs, predictable bullish reversal patterns, right? This has gone on a tear, man. This has been killing it. It bottomed out in early November, so we're talking about almost 2 months of gold going places. But that bearish reversal pattern's still there. It's still active, even though there was a little false bearish breakdown. I mean, it's above 1800, which is great, but you still have a bearish consolidation structure after a crazy run over 2 months. So normally you want, you know, the things that I talked about, the variables we look for every day, that I teach about every day. You're looking for those things. It's kind of like, it's higher risk for a long, even if it goes higher. But people that are really dumb wouldn't understand that, because again, we're trying to manage our risk with low risk entries at strategic areas. I mean like shorting a rising or buying a rising wedge in a long established downtrend. It's been that way with a terrible macro environment. You know, you can do it, but just, I want to know how it goes for you when you play the numbers game. You're not, so you say you do that on gold, and then every time there's a rising wedge in the same context, you keep going long. I want to see how well you do. And that's the whole point of it. It's not about the one trade, it's about the many. God, it gets so freaking hot in this room. Silver's in the same situation. It's incredible that it's defended $23. Buyers defended that level. Dang, Mr. Anderson, let's go, man.
Mr. Anderson tipped $100. Hey Mitch, thanks for being here, man. What happened to the Vegas donations? Mine was refunded. I want to give it back. Happy holidays, Kings.
Yeah, I didn't think anyone would ever mention it. Yeah, so if you don't know, it's not an elephant in the room, but it was a thing with the tax ID. They were jerking me around with like the right one. I had it, and I did, like, you know, you had to have that in by a certain date. I did it, but then the flood happened. All these crazy things in my life occurred, and that all the donation money for the Vegas trip stayed in the GoFundMe. But I didn't know that if the money stays in the GoFundMe for too long, it just actively refunds everyone's donos back. So I ended up losing like $2,200 or something like that. Just got all these emails, and it's like, oh, okay, well, what are you gonna do, man? I wasn't gonna say anything. It's just like, it happened, and it's just, you know, par for the course of what's been happening this year. Like just all the bad things, just throw it in the bucket, man. I'm not talking, I'm just gonna keep my mind off it and go. But yeah, that happened. So that's it. Thanks, GoFundMe. Never using that trash again. That's just pathetic, dude. It's just so stupid. So that's it, Mr. Anderson. Now you know. But I do appreciate the $100 contribution that you just one-upped on Session Top, kind of. Okay, so silver, right? I mean, cool that it's above some supports, but man, it's been on a tear since early November, 2 months now. Slightly higher high than the previous high, and I think it could continue, man. It could go to $25, and that's awesome. But remember, what we try to do here, not some places, right? But here, we're always just trying to look for an active area, an area where we can make an active trade based on strategic entries, low risk areas, you know, with a bunch of variables we're looking for. I mean, this thing's been on a tear, so it's like this is just a higher risk area for a long. It just is, even if it keeps going higher. That doesn't mean I'm calling lower prices. I'm just telling you, you're just kind of in the middle of nowhere. You know, you backtest support and a great rally off of it. That's not much of anything. It could easily come right back down to it and dump, and that would probably make more sense. So how do you strategize an entry now? You can't. It doesn't make sense right now to enter a long and be able to strategize a stop and take profits. So, okay, that silver. Commodities killed it, man. Commodities were like kind of the story today. Dude, look at hog futures pumped like crazy. 5% up on hog futures. Look at that massive engulfing candle back above 86.57. That's big time, man. 87 or 86.57. Hold on a second, mute my mic real quick. Could be going to $90 to $92 from here. About time, man. I mean, these sell-offs happen. And where is hog futures? It's at a 786, I think. From the low to the high, 78% retrace is where it's reacting. Yeah, a deep retrace fib node doesn't mean the ultimate bottom's in. Most of the time, the 886 acts as the ultimate bottom, but at 786s, it doesn't mean it can't react here and go for a nice retrace. I think there's a supply line that was broken here on this one, right? We got buzzsaws going, but here's the break of that resistance. Really, 3 touches, break, and you could be going, man. I mean, you could go up to make a deep retrace. The buzzing's still going, man. So Greg Seafood, right? The seafood chart. It's this is TA being respected like the Jesus man. The springs, the back test of springs after crashing, and target's 83.90. You think that's where we'd be headed? If you look left, right, these 2 peaks back from 2016 and 2017. That's the target from here. Let's see if it can make it. This is just it's not just one or the other. Look at U.S. oil. It's pumping and it's back at 78.45. All right, making progress here. Still the lowest low of the downtrend. There's so much work to do for you to be able to say that the trend's reversing. But yeah, man, that's great, man. It's up 0.07% today. But yeah, it was a nice couple percent day yesterday. If we look at that, we got to look at, let me show you here. I mean, look at this. You got to wonder how well this is going to perform. I hope it doesn't perform, because then we're screwed, right? But right here, you have gasoline futures breaking back above a very real inflection point, 2015. That's about it. It's not really that big of a deal. you had a few resistance points, but I think above 219 is 250. That it could run up to 250. I mean, 2005, 2006 levels, and then, you know, the up here, like it was valleys a bunch of times, peaks and valleys. So I mean, holding that, you could go to 250. So that means gas prices might be elevated if this catch rally. Really nice bullish divergence on the RSI. Look, the low, then the lowest low, and then you have a higher level on the RSI. But what's so nice about the RSI is it's on the second low, it's getting oversold again, but barely. And that's the best type of RSI divergence, in my opinion, when it's like there's no doubt that it's there. Seller exhaustion. So on the seller exhaustion, let's see how well it performs. Again, you're defending an area with the divergence. 250 could be in order for gasoline futures. Okay, gasoline, and then looked at oil. We look at natural gas up 3%. Dude, again, talked about this. This is the masochists asset to trade, right? 30% swings every few days or whatever. Hold on a sec. Yeah, so you know, below $6, $6.30, you're in the middle of two ranges, I think. So it doesn't look good to me right now at all. I mean, the failure of the 200-day moving average. Look, you made the high, then you made the highest high. The bulls tried once, then they tried twice. The dark cloud cover ushered in the entire reversal. It's fantastic for now. The top was in on that one Japanese candlestick reversal, and now you're showing like momentum shifting again to the bearish side. And below formal levels, that nothing good about that. I mean, like, good luck. I mean, if this thing rallies, it's maybe just because the trend's too strong, but the trend is in the process of maybe reversing right now. I mean, the bearish 5-0 reacted very well, and you could be headed to 460 from here. Well, we'll see. It's so whacked out, man. Too many swings, too many violent swings. Hold on. Wheat futures is very interesting, right? Or, you know, I figured the trend was reversed officially if it was a true bearish breakdown, but it wasn't. The buyers have defended $742, and now you're starting to rally. You have the highest daily candle close on wheat futures since December 1st. So if this level holds, which is not a joke, man, I'll show you. November 7th, November 2007, right? May of 2008. Look, May of 2014. Buyers are defending this level not once, but now twice. And that same type of divergence. Same type of divergence we saw on the gasoline futures we're seeing here on wheat futures. So if 742 holds long enough, you could be going to 919 again. Could be a confirmation level, a massive harmonic. We'll see what happens. It is not over for these commodities. They held up. Even lumber had was up 1% today. So corn was up, coffee was up. I mean, mostly everything was up. You want to see something crazy though? I think the highlight of all commodities was live cattle futures. Another multi-year high, and guess what? An official 1.618 fib extension achieved. It cannot be denied now, so Jesus chimes. Wow, muted. Great, man. Great. Yeah, I have to keep muting the mic because people are working. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about anything I just said. Talking about you're gonna eat the bugs. That's it. Another highlight of the day was rice futures. Killing it, man. A fresh multi-year high. Or not, yeah, multi-year highest level since May of 2020. But that was like a few-day thing, right? Where that thing went up to 23.55. So rice is too powerful for ye. Too strong. Too much demand. Taking out all the other highs today, hitting 1832.5, which is what? It's just one peak back from September of 2011. When you break that, it could be doing the same thing it did in 2020 because there's very little to nothing here, man. Like nothing on rice futures till like 20 bucks if it breaks the resistance. Okay, so sugar multi-year highs. Unreal, dude. Look at sugar. Remember the diabetes? Well, good. I hope sugar goes to all-time highs, doubles, you know, from all-time highs, so people can't afford sugar, so they don't poison themselves, and we can cut down on obesity. February 2017 is the last time you saw prices this high. How about that? Commodities not done yet, are they? Killing it. Soybeans still in that rising wedge, man. I don't know, man. Still in the beautiful, I love this bearish consolidation pattern. It's just not broken down yet. I'm just waiting for it to collapse. I mean, the trend reversed. It's there. I mean, this is like a thing of art. One of the most beautiful looking controlled rising wedge patterns has been in development since October, beginning of October. Oh man. Beyond 50%, so it's anytime you're beyond 50% of the development of the pattern, probability increases every day that the resolution's coming, the break to the up or the downside. You know, orange juice had a decent day. It's just holding 202.74 to 75. So elevated, man. It's just bullish times. Here they're having the orange juice futures convention, you know, down in Miami, and there's a bunch of they're doing spin-offs of orange juice now. You know, Tang's made a comeback. If you didn't know, it's like the blockchain, the micro caps. I think they're coming out with Tang futures now because there's so much demand for freaking orange juice futures. Yep, orange juice Tang convention. Sponsored by the Orange Bowl, right? Or something. And Tennessee and Clemson are playing each other in the Orange Bowl, so it's the most orangey Orange Bowl ever, with orange juice virtually hitting all-time highs. There's something going on. That's crazy. How's that a conspiracy? How's that even... I mean, that's nuts. All the oranges converging in Florida right now. Oh yeah, the cocoa futures. We haven't looked at cocoa futures in a long time, man. Maybe we should. We just got the commodities. All right, let's look at the cocoa futures. CC, that's right. The CC, man. Dude, CC held it. Oh my God, hold on. I'm in love with the cocoa futures. Here it is, back above the 2002 and 2003 peaks. Very nice. Being above that, you very well could run to 2,900. There is definitely, it seems like some accumulation going on. This is an old trend line, man. I haven't been in this chart in a long time, but I just had an initial trend line set up with anchor points from April 2017 and January 2018. You finally tested it in September and you bounced off of it. So you just gotta wonder, man, Will we rise? It's been a rather tame cocoa futures, right? It was a tame commodity compared to many others. This is like the XRP chart, right? Of the XRP of the commodities. And that's it, dude. Okay, so we can look at the DXY. DXY is still sitting at that heart line of the mega channel. No edge on the daily. There hasn't been an edge, but what we know about the heart line of this massive channel that goes back to 2009. Heartline has held before. It's been support. It's been resistance. You got to wonder, will it be support again? I would not be surprised if it played a role as a support again, but we will see. Okay. Here is your Bitcoin dominance chart in phase D of Wyckoff accumulation, IMO, in my opinion. I've been sideways since that big up day on the 16th. And that's it. Not much movement, but it still remains. I'm thinking once 42% breaks, you're going to be seeing it, man. And I think what's going to happen is these altcoins, everything that's happening now will continue, and it might accelerate. What's going on now? Well, Bitcoin's kind of flat, not doing much, but if it has any sort of red candle, there are many altcoins that exist right now that are at or near multi-year lows. Like seeing the levels they saw at the nadir, at the bottom of the COVID crash. A few are actually falling below those levels. And many of the scrub scam 2021 loser cycle, I mean, that one, those ones are like making all-time lows. I don't even look at those anymore. I have this new S-Coin watch list created for all the hype, all the people requesting these scams back in the bull market. There's no one even trading them. There's no one making the market anymore. Like there's no patterns being painted, nothing. Just like straight number go down. No one cares. Lowest all-time lows again. Oh, wow. It's not news anymore. No point even telling people, oh yeah, some scam made an all-time low today. No one cares. So, if business stays the same, this will continue to rise as these altcoins get cleaned out, as they should, dude. They should. And they go to the basement, and then maybe down there we'll buy. Maybe, if there's an edge. Anyway, so that's your Bitcoin dominance, and then we can look at Ethereum to Bitcoin, which is in the equal and opposite schematic of this, which is, oops, that's Ethereum Classic. About to have to get out of here. Yes, Wyckoff distribution. You're in last points of supply, but hadn't really rolled over yet. Just gotta wait, man. Just gotta wait. I mean, Ethereum's like, definitely gonna be the second strongest of the cryptos, most likely, even though it's going to get wrecked. I think we're going to see a sub 1,000 Ethereum in time if you're patient enough. It just might, again, like we just might be a little older. It might be after, the beginning of the year. It might take a couple months. But still, things just don't look good in this space right now for price action. I'm sure behind the scenes, man, people are really working hard on projects, and banks are getting involved, and there's mass adoption, whatever, blah, blah, blah. We hear it every cycle. We're early, man. We're okay. But here, what we care about is the trend, right? What we care about are inflection points and supports and divergence and pattern development. And right now, things are just dead on the market. And unfortunately, this market is driven by speculation, sentiment, and momentum, and all are bad right now. In fact, it's like bad/dead. Like bad's like, hey man, yeah, perfect. We got patterns being painted, impulses, consolidation, and crash. Nice. Few of those, right? And now we're at this point where it's been beaten down for so long that like, oh my God, there's not enough liquidity to crash the price anymore. Good God. Definitely not gonna pump it, but my God, but hey, look, I mean, I say that, but then like, hey, November 5th to the 10th, I mean, you know, we're talking, or 6th through the 10th, I mean, you lost 40%, right? Was it 40% of its value? And yeah, in 3 days, 30% of your value is gone. And you took out the previous cycle top. So I don't think, if that level doesn't hold, I don't know how 16.2 holds. This doesn't exist on the weekly, just on the daily, man. And somehow you're above it. I just don't know how you could articulate an argument based on traditional technical analysis right now. But yes, of course it could go up, man. Of course. Of course. The market's dead, dude. 41 days, same price since the dump. Up, down, up, down. If you're in the dead middle of the range, we talk about ranges, right? In the middle, the coin flip. Get the coin out, flip it. It lands on one side. It goes to 18.1. You flip it. It goes to 15.5 next. I mean, that's how 50-50 it is when you're in the middle of a range. That's why it's impossible to strategize entries for shorts or longs in the middle of a range. It's just stupid to do that. It doesn't make sense, right? We always talk about consensus areas for multiple market participants to take entries on shorts or longs, and it's going to happen at inflection points, not middle of nowhere. And if you buy now and it goes up, you got lucky, and if you keep doing it, you're not going to win in the long term. Playing the numbers game. Okay. Well, thank God for Martin, Masagi, and Mr. Anderson. Thank God for y'all, man. Don't even know what to say anymore. It's like, it's worse than 2018 now. I'm telling you, things are worse than 2018. At least for what I do. So that's it, man. We went across the markets. I've been live 47 minutes, but I told you it'd be a brief stream. I got things going on, thankfully, because if I didn't have other things going on, I mean, just this alone, these markets, depressing, dude. So, what's up, BTC, UTXO? Whoa, dude, what's up, dude?
Kutsu tip $25.01. Merry Christmas to you and yours. Merry Christmas to chat. May 2023 bring us endless tendies. 0.020631998 ETH.
Well, the tendies would be shorting, right? I mean, like, so before I go, gotta look at what something happened significantly today, all right, on Kathy Wood's fund, the ARK, ARKK. So maybe it was a inverted hammer morning star yesterday, and then you followed through today with a gap fill, but $33. $33 is not a joke, man. $33 is the COVID crash low. Right there. You see it. March 2020. Oh my God. So you broke it a couple days ago, the 19th. And today is the first time in history, not yesterday, not tomorrow, not 5 days ago, not a week ago, not ever. Today is the first day that that level has been regarded as resistance when it was support. So that's a formal bearish back test with a daily candle close confirmation test, right? So that's, hey man, it's up 1.68%, 0.34% after hours. That's great, dude. But even if it rallies and breaks above it, that's awful. I mean, I don't know how you could be. Look what you're staring at below this level. You've already broken the major one at $35 last week, but there's nothing here. There's no consensus area for multiple market participants to even think about taking a long position till $22 and change. So with that in mind, I just don't know how. I mean, the tendies hopefully would be the downside when Kathy Woods becomes homeless and people who are long on this learn Chinese, man, or whatever, you know, what Du would always say. So just understand where we're at. Of course, just stupid illiquid, market conditions at the time of the year, Christmas time. I mean, my God, it could go to $35. Go fill the gap and back test $35 as resistance. That could happen too. Not going to be that surprised. Still going to make a lower high than previous high and roll over later. I just like to get it over with, man. I'm tired of this, man. Look at this. This crap. October 13th, this is developed. Almost at the same price we were then. Jeez. Yeah, Rite Aid, all-time lows, like bearish engulfing candle. Price discovery. So, dang, man.
Crypto wallet isn't set up with Stream, but Merry Christmas and Happy Kwanzaa.
Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, yes. Happy all holidays, yep. Thanks, man. Really appreciate the 40. The Cardano contribution. Well, the TTS is Cardano, the variation for 40 bucks. Cardano, fresh 4 hour multi-year lows. Just hours ago, 20 minutes. Working on the lowest daily candle close in multiple years. How could you be surprised on this one? This is like one of the most bearish cryptos we've seen. We monitor this almost daily, dude. Pretty much daily. January 4th, 2021, man. So going on 2-year lows for Cardano, and guess what? No consensus area. I'm just gonna start saying it like that because like people won't get it. What's an ice line? What's the support? What's a general consensus area where multiple market participants would end up entering strategically? It's a long way away. So there's way lower to go, and it's not surprising at all. You're just in the midst of it, okay? Every day, new lows, multi-year lows. Will ADA recover? Of course, there will be a wave up at some point. It'll be like this. Anytime. It'll happen, and then it'll make a lower high in the previous highs and roll over later. Of course, man. Never don't just go straight down. I mean, you're going to go up and down, but the waves down are going to be larger than the waves up. Bear market conditions. Okay. So 20 minutes till your daily close. Unfortunately, I won't be here for it, but I really appreciate everyone coming out, and thanks so much for the people that do contribute to the stream and the absolute worst market conditions I've seen, I think, since I've started streaming. Okay? I'm not kidding. And to go live almost every day when we're at the same price we were at 41 days ago, please empathize with my mental, my sanity, okay? Because it's mind-numbing doing what I do every day. Because, like, I love looking at all the markets because the other markets are active. There's other things going on. But, like, the problem is, like, just most people, like, I don't know, like, just care about crypto the most. So when crypto stops going up for them, or it's in a bear market, or it's flat, people don't care about sugar futures or live cattle futures like we do. But most people don't. People don't care about orange juice futures. I think that's amazing. I think I get so hyped on orange juice futures and live cattle futures, but the masses don't give two S's at all. So we're just stuck with crypto, man, doing nothing. Imagine if the world reacted to other assets the way it reacted to Bitcoin pumping. What kind of world we'd be in. It'd be a merrier place, as Thor and Oakenshield would say. Okay. So thanks all of y'all for being here and contributing to the stream with chat engagement. Just chatting in this live stream is valuable. Okay. You saying stuff in the live chat. You watching. Your view. Your like. That is enough. But yes, the contributions are unbelievable too, and I'm very grateful. So, love y'all. I'll be back. Until next time. Oh wait, I think tomorrow evening we're doing, Scott Carney and me are doing the Christmas podcast together. Tomorrow evening, don't miss it. Hype it up. I'll be back. Until next time, respect the T. A.